Welcome to the Jill on Money Show. It's Thursday, February 27th, and we are here answering your financial questions. If you have one, just go to our website, jillonmoney.com. While you're there, you just click the Contact Us button. It's in the upper right-hand corner, and a form will pop up. Once you get that form, that is the email that we receive. Complete the form, and if you want to join us on the air live, you just check the little box, and boy, Mark will take care of everything right after that. Now, just a little bit of housekeeping here at the show. I want to tell you that this weekend, we are starting to broadcast on the weekends again, not in this feed. We are bringing our Money Watch show to the weekends. And that Money Watch show is really geared towards anyone who wants to, I think, beef up their financial knowledge. We're going to be really tackling the core concepts that you encounter in your financial life. So I want to be clear that that is in a different feed. The Money Watch show, you can actually subscribe to it on the Odyssey app. You can get to it from our website. We're still going to answer questions, but if it's someone in your life is a little bit younger, just starting out, or maybe restarting their financial journey after a divorce or something happened to them, tell them, hey, I got a show for you. It's the Money Watch show. So you can check that out. Again, you can subscribe on the Odyssey app. All right. For everyone else, here you are on the Jill on Money show, and we are answering questions. Today, we're going to do some emails. Looks like everyone was very busy on their week of vacation. I didn't take the whole week, but a lot of people had it off because their kids were home from school. We got a lot of questions. This is from Robert, who writes, "Hi, Jill and Mark. I am wondering if it would be better to withdraw $1 million from my 401k or pull $650,000 from my Roth to help our youngest child with his first home. We live in Washington state, so there's no state tax, just federal. We're retired federal workers, and we do understand that pulling $1 million from our retirement account would put us in the 37% federal tax bracket. You say that as a general rule to use your Roth as the last resort, but we're wondering if our situation might fit an exception. We've been doing Roth conversion since 2022, maxing out at the top of the 24% federal tax bracket, and also means that we're paying IRMA, that extra money that you have to pay for Medicare if you've got too much income. That adds $480 a month for Medicare. So they're at about $200,000 a year, and Robert says he's a good kid. Mark, I must bring you on for this. Mark, did you see the New York Magazine article about how many parents are helping their kids? And we've talked about this, their adult kids, especially in the New York area, and also I think on the coast. A lot of parents are helping them with these home purchases. How on earth can I, with any straight face, say, take $1 million out of your thrift savings plan?
Goodness gracious. That's some generous helping out.
It doesn't seem like, to me, I wouldn't do that. Now, first of all, I certainly wouldn't do it all at once. So can the kid, when you say, oh, he's a good kid, what can he afford? Can it be that you just pull money out to help him with the down payment? Are you going to pay his mortgage for him? Are you buying a house free and clear? I need more information, but this is terrible. This is a terrible idea.
I think they're buying free and clear. And I'm just going to assume, I'm just guessing that these guys have a lot of money in their retirement accounts, in their various accounts, but still.
But he says he's got $1 million in his 401k. If that's the only money you have and you want to pull all of that out, no, I would not do that.
I don't think it's all of his money. He just wants to withdraw $1 million from that 401k. So I'm assuming there's a lot in there, but I still wouldn't. If you want to help with the down payment, okay.
That seems like a little excessive to me. Oof. I'm sorry. That person would have to have a lot of money. Like, let's say he has $3 million and you do $1 million. That would be a lot. I still wouldn't do it.
No.
I want to know more about this kid. He might be a good kid, but really? This is what we're doing now? I don't know. Keep renting. I'm so happy I had 4-legged children. This is from Maria. Hi, Jill. I stumbled upon your podcast a few months ago. I love that. And now, guess what? Maria's a daily listener. I like how we hook them in, Mark. Appreciate your insights and your matter-of-fact approach. By the way, Mark, over the weekend, I went out to dinner with friends of mine, and one of my friends, Rebecca, was like, I don't even understand half the stuff you talk about with the financial stuff, but I love your interaction with the people. That's kind of fun. I like that too, but I hope that you guys do get something out of the financial stuff. Okay. Maria goes on and says, I'm wondering if you would provide a recommendation for additional retirement savings. Here's the situation. My husband is 60 and working full time, makes $140,000 in salary, about a $15,000 to $20,000 annual bonus. And Maria's 57, $116,000 salary with a $10,000 bonus. Kids launched. I wonder if they bought them houses. Maria's mortgage paid off in 3 years. Home value $600,000, a car loan at 2.5%, no other debt. So check out their savings: $1 million in a traditional 401k, $720,000 in a traditional IRA, $70,000 in a Roth IRA, $30,000 in a Roth 401k, $33,000 in a brokerage account, $26,000 in a high yield savings, then about $18,000 in other savings checking, an HSA of $12,000. Okay. So Maria says, I contribute 8% to my Roth and my employer matches 9%. My husband is contributing 6% to his 401k, but no employer match. We'd like to increase our retirement contributions. And initially we're thinking of increasing my husband's 401k to at least 10%. However, given that our savings are so heavily skewed to the pre-tax side, should we increase the Roth 401 contribution? Would that be a better option? That is what Marie wants to know. I'll just answer for Mark, even though I know he's just about to pounce on me. They make a lot of money. They live in a high tax state. So I know where they live. They live in a high cost of living and a high tax state in the Northeast. They make 140, 160, 260, 270. They make about $280,000. I'm still going to go for the Roth, Mark. Would you agree with that? Ha, ha, ha. Of course you do, right?
100%. I mean, that was the first thing that jumped out at me is they have almost, nearly $2 million in pre-tax savings. They only have $100,000 in Roth. So I think the Roth should be the focus going forward.
Absolutely. Okay. So here is a message from Julie, who writes, Dear Jill, I'm 10 years into retirement and better at saving than spending. This seems like a very common theme here on this show. Julie converted about $80,000 into Roth IRAs before taking her required withdrawals 3 years ago. My RMDs were $24,000 last year. It's way more than I need to live comfortably and travel. I've been putting them into CDs, but then I just pay taxes on the interest from the CDs, putting me in a higher tax bracket. And it's also annoying. Where should I invest this money? Okay. So one thing to consider would be to just open a brokerage account. You don't need the money right now. And if you put money into this brokerage account, what you can do is you can try to skew this a little bit towards just plain old stock index investing. And maybe you would put it into, I was going to say a municipal bond fund, but I'm really not sure what your income is. So it's probably just going to be a generalized bond fund. You're not going to trade it. Put it aside. Don't worry about it. And let's see where you go. I mean, it's so funny, Mark, because one thing to remember about all this is that, you pile up that money pre-tax year after year after year. And now here you're listening to this. Julie's like, it's way more than I need, and it's pushing her to another tax bracket. That's why we like the Roth so much. That's the reason. This is from Steve, who writes, I have about $180,000 in 401k and profit sharing plans in 4 different accounts. Should I move them all to the same account where I work, or should I leave them alone where they are? Hey, you know what, Steve? I love consolidation. As long as your plan at work is a decent plan, go ahead and do it. That makes sense to me. When I say a decent plan, do you have enough options? Are there index funds that you can use? I love the idea of consolidation, and I think having it all in one place just makes it easier to manage. Much, much, much easier. This question is from Rich, who says, Hi, Mark and Jill. I have 2 children, age 30 and one age 26. They are both childless right now, but we do suspect that at some point in the future, one or both will have children. Is it possible to open a 529 plan for, as they say in sports, a player to be named later? Thanks, Rich. Mark, it used to not be. It used to be that you had to have a social security number, but it is possible to open a 529 without a social, right?
Yeah, that's true. I know people that have done this. You basically open it in your name, and then once the beneficiary comes along, you transfer it into their name.
I mean, it's very nice to do. I would always wait. I'm sorry. I feel like that's bad juju anyway, but that's just me. Sorry. All right. Last question from Fran. I listen to a variety of podcasts, and many advertise the need for buying title insurance so crooks don't take out loans on your home. Is it really happening? Is buying title insurance reasonable? She gives the example of a company. All right, Mark, I have no idea. We've never had a title insurance company come to us, have we?
No, I would say this is all nonsense.
This sounds like nonsense. Usually title insurance is something that you need when you get a mortgage, and it always seems a little bit I was going to say like a scam. It's not a scam, but it seems unnecessary. But the mortgage company, because it's a big chunk of money, wants you to get insurance because they're worried that they have too much risk. So they're happy to have you buy the title insurance. But it really is unnecessary in most cases.
Yeah, I actually remember when we recently closed on our new place here, our attorney told us, he's like, look, in the weeks to come, you're going to get a bunch of, well, as he said, you're going to get a bunch of crap in the mail telling you to buy title insurance. Just throw it out.
There you go. So throw it out. All right. I hope that helps. Hey, if you've got a question, get in touch with us. Go to JillOnMoney.com. Click the Contact Us button. Write us a note. And if you'd like to join us on the air, check that box. All right. TikTok gang. Next week, it is the most amazing day of the year for me and Mark. We get to talk to Ed Slott. Thursday, March 6th, 7 Eastern Time. And I'd love it for you to join us at this webinar, but you can only join us if you are a member of Jill on Money Live. You know, our subscription service, $45, and you will have access to this webinar with Ed, 3 more after that, bonus audio and video content, the entire back catalog, all for $45 for the next 12 months. So you should check that out because Ed Slott, not to be missed. You can subscribe to this show on the Odyssey app or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. Don't forget to do something nice for someone else today. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.